you have to go through. It's not gonna be rainbow and easy. You're not just gonna be having all the powers in the world and be able to manifest money and love and control people and be, use it for egotistical reasons. Some people think they can do that, and they might be able to do that. Some of them even make contracts with low vibrational demons and energies to in return for these worldly 3D things, but they always get tricked in the end. The point of the path is really to evolve to knowledge and to give back to collective as well, to guide the collective through yourself as an example. And unfortunately, some people think that they only see the pretty parts, right? They think, wow, this person is chosen, wow, they are intuitive, they just know things, they can figure it out, and they don't see all the BS the person has to go through. It's almost like you can't, words don't teach. You go through the experiences yourself, what they call is the wounded healer. And so it's not an easy path. And so part of it is remembering who you are and looking at these stories like Isis, when she was even down in that part, and she gave herself permission to grieve, and it was sacred and it was okay. And the fact that we even have these stories as sacred, holy stories means that's okay. As the priestess, as the high priestess, as divine feminine, as the healer, you're gonna go through, you're gonna go through a lot of stuff that's going to make you, to give you your wings, to initiate you, if you will. And it's not about being a victim and sitting down and thinking like, no, this is bad, why would this happen to me? Because really it's going to happen, and it might suck in the moment. But again, to circle it back to what I was saying in the beginning, it feels like it's not fair, but when you're out of it, you realize how potent the lessons you gain. It's just it just clicks when you're out of it. It just, these lessons, it's not something that you have to sit down and read and understand and look at other people what they say. No, it's just like, okay, it's a knowing, right? So you go through all these trials and tribulations. You go through people betraying you, and you go through people being jealous of you because they look at you and they might see your light and might think, oh, yeah, she's intuitive. Oh, she's chosen by God. She must be loved by God, because subconsciously that's what their brain is saying. Not realizing, no, we all chose our paths here. Really, we're all equal in that sense. And yeah. And the key is to, like Isis, she went and searched. She didn't give up. Is to never give up on your goals, on your passion, on your path, on your love. And love is the most powerful energy in the world, most complicated, which is why we're gonna do the next video on Oshun, love, and all the different complications of love itself. But the fact that it's also the best motivation. If you guys watched Matrix, or you watch like these videos explaining the Matrix in a deeper level, the Oracle, which is the lady that was, she knew everything. And so some people, they thought she was working to help the humans, but really she wasn't working for the humans or for the machine itself or for the system. But there's something that she knew, that even the critics that would explaining the Matrix, if you guys go on YouTube, there's so many critics and videos deep diving into it. There's a point that they missed, is that the Oracle realizes that love is the most powerful energy, and that was the only thing that would break the same loop that was happening over and over again. So the whole movie of the Matrix, he wasn't the only chosen one. There's people that came before him. They went through the whole thing, but the system is designed that it knows. It's always steps ahead of you. It knew that when that chosen person came and they had to choose between this door and this door, they almost always chose the same door. Except for this one point, he did not choose that door because the other door had love. And love is the most powerful energy. And this is actually a deeper lesson, because the heart chakra, it literally can it's so powerful. We'll have to make another video about this, but it's very all symbolic, but it's also true at a deeper level. But the Oracle knew this, and she knew that it was through love. And so you need something that to love. And I think if you can love yourself, then you'll always get back up, because it will be your best motivation. And love the little person within you, the little kid within you. Even if you can't love yourself right now and it feels like a whatever, just give some love to that little person within you. Because even in Isis's thing is that her love for Osiris is the reason why she kept going. But also her love for the path and her love for the divine feminine. But the fact that there was love there as the ultimate, it's also another lesson in the message, and another message in the story is that love is the ultimate fuel, that no matter what, life can drag you down. Like Set, the god of chaos himself, will literally go at war with you, but because you have unconditional love as your motivator, you will always win. And that's what happened. She gave birth to the divine masculine, and she became Isis with her wings. And now we say her stories for us as a collective. So every time we're going through our own things, remember who you are. Try to love yourself, or have some sort of passion, something that you love in those moments, because that will always be your motivation, even if it's just cats and animals, right? And if you're, even if your family's gone or whatever the case might be, or if you don't have friends, like have something that you unconditionally love. I think that will naturally, and it will naturally be your motivation. Because, and I'm saying this for like people who are like deep in it. Because it can happen, life can take you there, especially as us spiritual people, life can take us there. But remember, the reason why we're here is to evolve. It's about life. There are other entities that are against life itself, and this is even entities that against Set, right? And so never ever give it up, never. Because before you know it, it's gonna be over anyways. Time flies like this on this planet. And just go through it. Just go through it. Enjoy it. Of course, it's not all gonna be roses and petals and happiness, but have fun. Have fun. Why not, right? It sucks anyways at times. Why not? Through the stories of Isis, we learned that the darkness is really an initiator. It is the biggest initiator. And I want to do like a podcast style video on this, where we dive deep into how can darkness really be your initiator. Because again, it sounds so basic, so cliche, but it's so, excuse me, but it's so much deeper than that. Like literally, like being in that darkness, it will literally be your initiator, and you come out of it like, wow. You know. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys keep going. Remember who you are, love yourself, love yourself, and give yourself grace. And receive love. If you need some advice, professional advice, go ahead, get some love. It's actually sacred. It is important. It is part of your self-care. It is part of your self-love. Get professional help. Speak to someone. Receive love from strangers. Somebody wants to open a door for you, give you a compliment. Why not, right? If life is already hard as it is, if you're already punishing yourself as it is, why not just accept it? Just receive it. Just open it up. You know what? Why not? I'm already accepting all the BS. I'm already allowing all the getting beat up by life. Might as well accept the lemonade too, right? All right, if you guys like this topic, if you have any ideas of other topics you want to talk about, or if you want to speak, deeper on this topic, please do let me know below. What do you guys think? I love to talk to you guys through the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and share. It would really help this channel. I would love to be more consistent. It's been difficult because I also have a regular job, I guess if I wanted to go through, I do readings. If you guys want readings, you can email my Venus Visions. I guess if I wanted to shift it into like a business, it would have to be kind of like a healing. But no, I don't want to be in that. Not at this point in my life. I'm able to, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to I don't know why. I just don't want to. I think it's too much right now. I'm able to do readings. I love creating cleansing waters. I actually love praying on people, or my friends, or anointing. I've been initiated into oil anointing, sacred oils, anointing of people, and I can do that just with my hands. And oh my God, I've done it to like strangers and people who obviously were open to it, and they just it's the most beautiful and magical feeling, not just for them but for me too. It's almost like a dance of give and take where they really trust me for some reason, and then even me, I'm like trusting, because really when you initiate into it, the oil will literally work your hand, like it will literally move where it needs to move. So I was even like, I'm not in my mind, I'm trusting it as well. And so it's a beautiful, when you're truly opening, like you're truly giving and people are truly receiving, it's such a beautiful interaction. So this is kind of where this channel is. I'm not monetized here. I've had other social media. I have YouTube's, I was monetized there. It was amazing, good times. I'm not anymore, not on this channel at least, and I'm not making that content anymore just because it doesn't resonate with me. So anyways, I went back to the engineering job because I've had other businesses, like online businesses where I was selling hair, and like, you know, I was just doing other things that was not related to spirituality. Although every time I traveled and I did all these other spiritual things, it wasn't for my content at all. I didn't even film myself. Like all the videos I have from my travels and stuff were for my personal use. It was not at all for my other my YouTube. But I'm rambling, but long story short, for those of you guys that want to stay long here for the ramble, is that I went back to engineering, and so it's taken a lot of time, and honestly it's been very draining, I'm not gonna lie. Although I've been able to manifest a job from home, so that's been great. That's almost something I've wanted. So I have not been working in an office in years now. I can't do that, but now I'm getting to that threshold where it's like, okay, I really love my passion. I love to travel. I've traveled all over the world. So yeah, I am doing retreats coming up soon. I'll let you guys know when all the details are set. And I wasn't even gonna bring that up. I don't know why that came up. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But I'm in a weird spot because I also remember I am still a human. I'm not here to say I'm a saint or a god or this or that. And I always get a red flag whenever I see someone that's like, we're gods, you're God, and I believe we're still human. We were part of that source energy, like Abraham Hicks, but right now we are manifested in a 3D human world where we have human limitations. If you don't believe me, you can go see if a human has ever jumped from a roof and was able to fly just through their thinking, because they believe they have wings and they believe they're capable of doing it, and they believe that they are birds. No, you're still physically, and as above so below, as within so without. So if your physical world has limitations as a human, we have limitations as humans in the spiritual world as well as mentally. And so I'm saying all that to say that I am a human above all. And so I'm a teacher, and spirit works through me, spirit teaches through me, but I still have my 3D human self that I have a lot of struggles. I have love problems. I've had issues with friends, you know, just things like that, family, blah, blah, blah. But one of the things that right now I'm trying to figure out is how can I dive deep into my passion, which is teaching, which is spirituality, which is divine feminine archetypes, and also just how the world works. Like I'm really interested in just not just psychology and just how human works, but just how nature works, how things are, the laws of the universe. I'm really curious. I'm a curious person. I love all that. I'm trying to figure out how can I marry that with income where I can get paid for these things besides the travel, of course. But you know, maybe I need to be more consistent on this channel in order to be monetized. But like I said, when you have another job and you're engineering, it's difficult, especially when you put so much energy into a video and so much love, and then it feels like the algorithm is not even pushing it at times, which I know is not true because it's all part of the test when you're consistent. I know this because I've built successful YouTube channels, like really successful in Arabic videos, over 5 million views each. I know that consistency is the number one thing, and to do that you have to put a lot of time and effort and energy into it. And so I don't know, maybe I'm not at that stage where I feel like, man, I'm putting so much time and energy into one video and I'm not even getting that much views, and so it can be discouraging. And this is kind of like therapy session, so maybe that's why I haven't put in that much work or time into it, because I'm like, I gotta work, I'm drained, I have to do this for work, I need to do that. And anyways, maybe we'll find a way to be able to give and teach and, you know, do what I love and make it a job, and that would be amazing. Man, let's manifest it. That's kind of, I'm putting it out there. That's what I want right now. That's my dream. So anyways, well, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all soon in another video. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.